Hey, Steve Cordasco wishes everybody happy Phillies and happy Friday. Steve Cordasco from Mercer Advertisers telling me recently about a new benefit to their already comprehensive wealth management offerings. It's called Chapter. It's Mercer Advertisers' new Medicare support partner that can help you make the proper Medicare decisions, including navigating the difficult filing process. Who wants to do that without advice? And selecting the right plan for you. It's a team of licensed experts who can assist your understanding of 24,000 coverage options at no additional cost. They're helping lots of my clients. They're helping lots of my listeners become clients. That's what I meant to say. You know this part. Cordasco Financial Network, that's a trade name owned by Mercer Global Advisors, an SEC-registered investment advisor. Securities are offered through Andrew Garrett, Inc., which is not affiliated with Cordasco Financial Network or Mercer Advisors. More information about Chapter and Mercer Advisors strategic partners, that can be found at Mercer Advisors Form ADV2A. Time now for more headlines from Smerconish.com, the newsletter. TC, we have worked together for 3 or 4 years now.
Purportedly.
You seem to know me well.
Okay.
So tell me if you're worried about me.
Yes.
No, I mean, for this particular reason.
Okay, go ahead.
So print edition, New York Times, I hold in my hand the weekend arts section.
Okay.
And on the back cover, The White Lotus.
Yes.
New season, streaming October 30. Mm-hmm. Today is the 28th.
Okay.
I see Michael Imperioli, who I remember from The Sopranos, a number of other faces that I recognize. I watched The White Lotus.
Right.
Okay? This is a full-page ad. This is not radio shtick. Full-page ad for a series that I know I watched the first version. All I can remember is that it dealt with a hotel in an exotic location. And I remember nothing. None of it. Are you worried about me?
I am not the least bit worried about you.
Why?
Because
I'm worried about me.
No, I'm not. I'm not worried about you at all. I actually, it's funny that you say that about that particular show because I feel like I'm kind of in a similar boat.
Like somebody died.
Someone died. I was just about to say somebody died.
I don't know who did it. I don't know if the person who died was
teenagers involved.
I don't know if the person. That's right. Yes, somebody brought their kids.
Yes, and a friend.
But I don't remember if the person who died was a man, a woman, black, white. I know nothing. And yet it probably
there were drugs involved, sexuality.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But well, there must have been, or I wouldn't have kept watching.
Are you going to watch the second season?
Well, when I watch the second season, I think that there'll be triggers in my head. But here's the part that should frighten us. And apparently you're in the same category. I know I invested like 8 to 10 hours of my life.
Right. Michael.
And I know nothing.
No, but there's just too much. Think about, you could call yourself a content provider. Like that is your job.
Here comes your excuse for me. Don't make excuses for me.
No, I'm not making excuses. I'm giving you an explanation, slightly different.
Okay.
So my point is there's so much input that something has to go. It's like when you have a closet and there's only so much you can fit. So in order to bring something in, something has to go out. So as something comes in about the
closet.
Fetterman-Oz debate, White Lotus has to go out. You see what I'm saying to you?
Is that really what you believe?
Yes. In out.
That I've got so much Fetterman-Oz in my head that I can't fit the White Lotus.
Exactly. So I am not worried about you in that regard. However, I'm a little concerned about the wardrobe choices that you've made today.
By the way, I wish I had Fetterman's doctor to explain to me.
He would
write me a letter.
Beautiful sport coat on.
Thank you for noticing.
And you're kind of dressing down underneath it. I never took you for the t-shirt sport coat combo situation kind of guy.
I am not.
What's going on
I
over
am not
there?
a t-shirt sport coat
You are
kind
today.
of guy. No, I'm not.
What do you mean you're not? I'm looking at you.
The big reveal.
Oh, geez.
This is not just any t-shirt.
Oh, my goodness.
Thank you for noticing. It's taken you quite some time to finally notice.
The host is stripping. This is very exciting.
Yes,
Look
I am.
at that t-shirt.
Hang on.
Wow.
Gotta fold the sport coat.
Oh, of course. Very careful with the sport coat.
Ta-da!
Yeah, it looks great. It looks
Here's
great.
The back.
So Michael is sporting the white Smerch t-shirt. White Smerconish t-shirt. It has the classic head logo.
Give me the flameless candle treatment, TC.
It's a white cotton t-shirt with the classic Smerconish head logo on the front over the left breast. And then on the back, turn around, please. Balance delivered daily. You have the right, you have the left. And here we are, balanced in the middle together. Thank you.
So my merch arrived, and I've been rolling it out.
Yep.
And I love the quality of it. This is an XL.
I haven't tried that one on. I've tried on the tie-dye. That looks fantastic on you.
Yeah, I love the tie-dye. I got a sample of that ahead of time.
Yeah.
I wanted to wear today the purple with the white head.
Yeah, it looks.
But I gave it to my mom.
That one looks great too.
So
but
I
hey,
gave it to her for a nightshirt.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I think her words were, "What am I going to do with this?" I said, "Wear it to bed. It's a nightshirt."
She's a wise woman.
Right.
Yeah, that looks great.
I'm looking for a little modeling here from, the TC Strong tank top.
Mine has arrived. I will take a picture today.
Okay.
I mean, I have to, have the right underwear garment situation underneath it.
Whatever
right?
it takes. I'm not
Sports
getting involved.
bras,
But I'd like to see it sooner than later.
All right, fine.
Like to see it
I will.
sooner than
I will
later.
work out today in my
You will?
new tank top.
Okay.
Yes,
good,
I will, and then I'll
good.
send you a picture.
Nice. Ladies and gentlemen, yesterday at Smerconish.com, better than a spectrum, 18,239 votes were cast. Could you be a fair and impartial juror in a trial involving Donald Trump? 55% said no, 45% said yes. We had attorney William J. Brennan on the program yesterday. I loved that conversation. If you missed it, we released it as a podcast. Remember, TC After Dark every Thursday.
Thank you.
A birding episode this week.
Exactly. So fun. Bird tales.
But my daily release yesterday was the interview with Brennan talking to us about the difficulties in picking a jury. This is not some hypothetical. Right now in the Manhattan Supreme Court, there's a trial getting underway. They now have a full jury. And I saw a headline, and you can see it at Smerconish.com today, 25%, a quarter of those seated in the jury really don't like Donald Trump. So can he get a fair shake? It's a wonderful subject to explore, and I might get into it on CNN tomorrow as well. And of course, today I'm all over Elon Musk. Should Twitter do away with permanent bans on users? The Musk story, I'm giving the guy the benefit of the doubt because I'm taken with the statement that he released yesterday to advertisers. Elon Musk has been very vocal about his intentions with regard to Twitter. There's a lot of concern from people who are Twitter employees and those who like the platform as it exists today and don't want it to change. But this is what takes me in. This is what makes me root for Elon Musk. Again, a statement that he released to advertisers. I wanted to reach out personally to share my motivation in acquiring Twitter. There has been much speculation about why I bought Twitter and what I think about advertising. Most of it has been wrong. The reason I acquired Twitter is because it is important to the future of civilization to have a common digital town square where a wide range of beliefs can be debated in a healthy manner without resorting to violence. There is currently great danger that social media will splinter into far right-wing and far left-wing echo chambers that generate more hate and divide our society. In the relentless pursuit of clicks, much of traditional media has fueled and catered to those polarized extremes. Holy crap, did I write this? As they believe that is what brings in the money. But in doing so, the opportunity for dialogue is lost, and that's why I bought Twitter. I didn't do it because it would be easy. I didn't do it to make more money. I did it to try and help humanity, whom I love. And I do so with humility, recognizing that failure in pursuing this goal, despite our best efforts, is a very real possibility. There's more to it. But, of course, politically speaking, everyone wants to know, well, what about Donald Trump? Does he get to come back?
Of course.
He was banned ever since January 6th. Musk has suggested, and Bloomberg has a story saying that he's going to end lifetime bans. So the question is, and I didn't put Trump's name in it because I didn't want to poison the well, should Twitter do away with permanent bans on users? Read more of that at Smerconish.com. Check out the newsletter. Register for it. Here's my favorite story of the day. TC flagged it for me. Thank you, TC. It's Craig McCoy in the Philadelphia Inquirer, the twin defense. Twin defense.
I saw that headline. I was like, what? What?
Former Attorney General Kathleen Kane taking a novel approach to fighting her DUI arrest.
It's not funny. I shouldn't be smiling, but come on.
5 months after agreeing to treatment for alcohol abuse, former Pennsylvania Attorney General Kathleen Kane mounting a novel defense to a drunken driving charge that led her to seek help. Kane has mounted a sweeping legal challenge to her arrest in March in Scranton after a fender-bender car crash. She says she was the designated driver and that the person who was intoxicated was actually her identical twin sister sitting next to her in her car. The former attorney general refused to take a breathalyzer test after police said they found that her speech was slurred. She had trouble saying the word designated.
Oh, dear.
And she could not stand properly on one foot during a field sobriety test outside her 2021 Audi SUV.
I mean, I feel like
the sister's really taken one for the team, maybe.
But not.
Maybe.
But the thing about it is, if the sister is hammered and is the passenger, that's fine. That's where you should be if you're hammered, right?
But if she were the driver and she's taking one for Kathleen Kane because Kathleen Kane has had other issues.
I don't think Kathleen Kane is saying that her sister was the driver. I think Kathleen Kane is saying, I'm the
passenger.
No. Read it again. She's saying I was the
these Kane sisters.
I was the designated driver.
It must have been fun back in the day.
I was the sober one, but my sister was drunk and you got confused. However, by the way,
I'm confused.
Not you.
I'm confused right now.
By the way, if you read further on in the story.
I read all the way through.
Did you see that they have her on video taking like how many drinks she had?
At a preliminary hearing in the case, you got to read it to the end.
This is not funny. By the way, this is a very serious situation.
Yes.
Thank you.
At a preliminary hearing in July, prosecutors showed a video from a Scranton restaurant showing the two sisters were there from 3 to 6 p.m. March 12th. Okay,
I mean,
stop right there.
I respect a little day drinking. I have to say.
Okay, 3 hours. 3 hours? That's a lot of drinking.
That's a lot of drinking. 1. 2, does this mean that whenever I'm in a restaurant day drinking, I'm on video? There were so many questions I had about this.
It captured Kane drinking at least 2 beers and a shot.
Oof, don't take shots.
In addition, a bartender told police that he served 4 double vodkas to the group that included Kane and her sister. The bartender also said he had to cut off one of the twins.
Didn't know which one it was.
Oh my God.
I think that helps her. I think that helps her.
Stop you down. Which one was it? I don't know. They look alike.
They're identical. They're identical. But the problem is, it's not that she's saying her twin was driving. She's saying, no, one of us was drunk. I was driving. I was the sober one. My twin was drunk. That's what she's saying.
Okay, I'm just saying that's a damn good twin. That's like the Doublemint twins. I mean, the twin is going to take the hit, right?
There's no hit. She's saying that her twin was drunk and the passenger. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Did you see my shirt?
Yes, it's Balance Delivered Daily.
Balance Delivered. This is what we're offering right now.
This is what we're offering, the twin defense.
The twin defense. Oh, my God. Make your own jokes at home.
It's not funny.
No, it's not funny. I'm sorry
jokes.
I'm sorry I even brought it up.
Yeah, I'm sorry you did too.
What else, TC?
Okay, so first of all, a lot of people tweeted about the Howard Stern, Bruce Springsteen interview.
Haven't heard it.
I mean, I haven't either, but a lot, like Glenn speaks for many when he says Howard is interviewing the boss in studio.
Okay.
So a lot of people tweeted. Now, I don't know if that's true or not, but I'm just reporting it.
My listening habits are that I usually get caught up on Howard on weekends. I listen to TC After Dark on weekends. Sometimes I'll listen to my own podcast just for a sanity check.
I appreciate when you listen to mine and give me feedback because you're really good at this stuff. Yeah.
I give you notes.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah. David Cook says, I had a chance to speak with Smerconish this morning on a SiriusXM show. So great start to my day. Thank you for taking my call.
Thank you for making the call.
Exactly, David. We appreciate you.
The calls are the lifeblood of the program. Did you see the suggested poll questions, the ones that came in yesterday that Alice gave to us?
That we just talked about? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No. The one in particular that talked about callers.
No. Tell me. Remind me of that one.
I can't because I don't have it in front of me.
Okay, a different day.
Yeah.
Okay, Gary speaks for many when he says, I heard your show today as usual, Michael. It was as enjoyable as ever.
However.
But I almost ran off the treadmill at this one phrase. Gary speaks for many, or I would not bring this up.
Uh-oh.
The Wall Street Journal editorial page is slightly right of center. I mean, obviously it's not OAN, but slightly? Are Mother Jones or The Nation magazine slightly left? Now, Gary was kind. I had several people who tweeted and said, as soon as you said that, they changed the channel.
Okay, of course, none of you changed the channel. Why do you even say, I'm never listening again?
Gary, we're glad for you.
If all of the people in a CNN world, because there I do see the numbers.
Right.
If all of the people who said to me that they're never watching again or I've stopped if they meant it, nobody'd be left. I don't have that many viewers. Like, if all of the people who take the time to say, I'm not listening, I'm not watching, really meant it, I'd be down to 0.
I have a series of tweets for you. Patrick, this is in reaction to your commentary or your reaction to the Fetterman-Oz debate.
Okay.
Patrick says, good luck at Fox News. Your audition the last few weeks has gone well. You will fit right in.
Yes, that's what I'm seeking to do.
HT Yoga says, Smerconish is panicked. Walker is up 5 in new Trafalgar poll, so he has to resort to a baseless smear against a POC. This is when you were commenting about Herschel Walker, and it wouldn't matter how many women came forward.
Wait, I'm sorry. The logic of this is just...
Hang on, I got one more.
It's more confusing than the Kathleen Kane twin story.
And then Doug says, WTF. I hear some say Smerconish is a mouthpiece for the GOP. Now I read he smears in favor of Dems. Must mean he's more moderate than given credit for. Thank you, Doug.
Who said that?
That would be Doug. He figured you out. The Baker Doc.
And I assume the Baker Doc will still be listening and watching.
No, the Baker Doc is saying that he's hearing that you're either the GOP or the Dems and you're more, you don't know what I'm saying? Like, he's saying, I hear you at all. I don't get it.
You're all so confused because all of the rest of them are so predictable. You can just wind them up and you know what they're going to say. I mean, my God, last night, as I've said, the RNC gave Hannity an award. And why wouldn't they? Again, last night, he surrendered his whole program, in this case, to Florida Republicans, as he's been doing each night. I keep telling the folks that I work with at CNN, like, we should tabulate the cost of what those in-kind donations are worth. It's millions and millions of dollars.
It's just massive.
And it's a sophisticated get-out-the-vote effort. So what's my point? You know what you're going to get from him.
Yeah.
You know what you're going to get from him. Do you think you're going to hear any criticism of Dr. Oz on his show? I mean, I offered you my critique of Fetterman all week long. Did you miss the part where I said that Oz is a charlatan, that he was slippery and slick in the debate?
Well, John Burgess might have missed that. He tweeted to you, are you more concerned about Fetterman's speech problems than Dr. Oz's complete unfitness for the job? Even if Fetterman were unable to speak at all, he would still be a better candidate.
At least this gentleman is admitting it, that it doesn't matter. You just want the vote.
Nancy says, you're an idiot when it comes to Fetterman. Idiot. What we all saw was courage and fight, something the people of the Commonwealth need.
The Commonwealth needs effectiveness. You'll have to decide for yourself whether he can also be effective. Can he push the lever and vote? Sure he can. Is he going to get out there and advocate for all 67 counties in a way that Arlen Specter did day in and day out? I'm not so sure.
Another question, can Trump get an impartial jury?
Yeah.
Our friend Rigatoni, who I haven't quoted in a while, hi Rigatoni, says, could I be fair and impartial in a legal case involving Donald Trump? Absolutely not. His entire life has been one con and grift after another. He's never been held accountable for anything. He's a flat-out criminal. I don't think he would have made the jury.
No, because in the end, you're asked, well, could you put aside those feelings and base your findings here on the evidence that's presented? And his answer would have to be no. You said yesterday, I think that I could.
Neil,
I think that I could.
I think
you
I
said
could
that
too.
You could.
I'm no fan, but I think you separate.
I regard him as a con.
Compartmentalize.
I regard him as a con and a grifter.
But maybe not in this particular case.
Maybe not in this particular case.
I don't know. Neil deGrasse Tyson was a guest of yours this week.
He was great.
He's wonderful. Talking about his book, Starry Messenger.
Going to be my guest on CNN as well.
Trying to get him to do some voiceover work. You know,
so good.
Oh, the pipes.
He has such good pipes.
Yeah. Joshua says, listening on delay, but I think it is kind of presumptuous to think aliens wouldn't have the same political pettiness we do.
Oh, maybe they're petty.
What if they were just as bad as we are? Didn't think of that one.
What if God were one of us?
Just a slob like one of us?
Right.
Strangers on the bus. And finally, speaking of that, let's just bring it home with this. Cruz Schuster says, love the Bumpers playlist.
I do too. Thank you, Larry Paul. Thank you, Alice Herrick, who's our editor at Smerconish.com. And Larry's just a California good friend and listener.
He's a P1. He's the best.
I've downloaded it. I've downloaded it on my phone. There are so many hours. In that playlist that I hit shuffle. Otherwise, I go through AC/DC and ABBA. But I'm just constantly loving those songs.
And finally, I would encourage people to watch on YouTube to see Michael's white T-shirt. to check out Instagram to see Smerch Merch, the lightning round t-shirt, as well as some other things, and to wish your mother a happy birthday. Balance delivered daily.
If your mug arrived broken, so did mine.
And you already have a new one.
Already have a new one. The merch is being very well received, but you left out the most important part, which is we want to see you wearing your merch via my social media. Okay, keep an eye on my social media, but show us how it looks, because it's always fun for me to see listeners from all across the country who are decked out in the stuff.
Decked out.
It's fun. It's fun. We're certainly not making any scratch on it. It's all for shits and giggles. So wear away and enjoy. Ladies and gentlemen, go listen to TC After Dark, please, and hopefully you'll watch me on CNN. I'll do a YouTube Live at 7:30, and then I'll be on CNN at 9 a.m. Philly time tomorrow. Have a great weekend. Go Phils.